In the dawn of ancient Egypt, when the Nile overflowed and life spread across the land, Osiris sat upon the throne, a beloved king. He was wise. He taught the farmer how to sow, the soldier how to protect without cruelty, and the child how to smile without fear. Under his reign, Egypt bloomed like never before. Songs rose during harvest, the granaries overflowed, and peace embraced the people. They loved Osiris not only as their king, but as the very heart of life itself. But where light dwells, shadows creep. In the heart of Set, brother of Osiris, there was no peace. The more he saw his brother loved, the more venom filled his soul. Set plotted, weaving a trap that would end Osiris once and for all. On the night of a grand banquet, the halls echoed with music and laughter. And there, Set unveiled a golden chest, shining under the torches. With feigned amusement, he said, "This chest belongs to the one whose body fits it perfectly." One by one they tried. None fit. At last, Osiris lay inside, smiling as if to humor his brother. But in that moment, the hall froze. Set slammed the lid shut, sealed it with molten lead, and ordered it thrown into the Nile. The chest sank beneath the waters. The cries of the people filled the palace, while Egypt trembled with grief. Isis, wife of Osiris, wandered restless. Night after night, she searched the swamps, deserts, and riversides. With her torch alight, she asked every stranger, lifted every reed. At last, she found the chest hidden in the marshes. She opened it and wept, her tears falling upon the still body of her beloved. But Set's cruelty was not yet done. Learning of the body's return, he tore it apart into 14 pieces and scattered them across Egypt. Isis, with trembling hands and an unbroken heart, gathered the fragments, traveling from village to village, whispered about by those who dared not speak aloud. And so, at last, Osiris was whole again. In a temple heavy with incense, Isis and her sister Nephthys drew circles upon the ground, chanting spells older than kings. The earth shook as the air grew thick. And there, before their eyes, Osiris stirred. His fingers moved, his eyes opened. But these were not the gentle eyes of the king who once ruled with love. They burned with something darker, a fire born beyond death. Osiris had returned, but not as the same man. Shadows clung to him. Whispers of vengeance echoed in his soul. Word spread across Egypt. Osiris lives, and Set prepares for war. The armies gathered on the plains. Clouds thickened above, dust rose beneath. At the heart of the field, the brothers met. Osiris, scarred, wrapped in symbols of magic, his sword glimmering with unearthly light. Set, eyes of fire, voice like thunder, unyielding as the desert cliffs. This was no battle between men. It was a clash of gods, of order and chaos, of love twisted into hate. Steel clashed, earth shook, the sky turned black. Armies roared and fell, but in the center, none dared approach. Osiris struck, his blades singing with echoes from the underworld. Set roared, his blows breaking the ground itself. They fought for hours. One moment Set staggered, the next Osiris sank to his knees. But neither yielded. Blood stained the sands, screams mingled with thunder. Until Osiris lifted his sword for the final blow. But Set, swift as the storm, drove his spear into his brother's chest. A cry split the heavens. The battlefield shook. Osiris fell, his breath fading into silence. This time, he did not rise. Set sat upon the throne, his face carved from stone. No joy, no mercy. Egypt became a land of iron and fire. Farmers labored until death. Soldiers were driven into endless wars. The nights echoed with the cries of the broken, the days with the lashes of the whip. And yet, in the stillness of the dark, whispers of Osiris remained. Some said his spirit still lingered, that his final scream had not faded, but waited, biding its time. And Set, though king and conqueror, would sometimes wake in the night, for in his dreams, Voices called to him, voices he could not escape. Whether they were the cries of his people or footsteps rising once more from beyond death, only time would tell. And though Set believed he had won, the saga was far from over.